All right, welcome back everybody to the channel for another deep dive.
You ready to go down the rabbit hole?
Always. Let's do it.
All right, so this one is a weird one.
We've got this YouTube video that we found,
Okay.
and it claims to be, supposedly, leaked footage from Project Blue Book.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
purportedly, it is an interview with an alien being.
I'm intrigued. Oh.
Yeah, so we'll put a link to the video down in the description.
Who knows if this is real or not.
Right, it's the internet, so...
It's not really the point, right? The point is,
Exactly.
what if this is real?
Yeah.
Like, what if we just take everything this being says just completely at face value?
Let's entertain that thought experiment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What kind of picture of the universe do we get?
Right, and of humanity's place in it.
Yeah.
All the big questions.
Yeah, that's right.
So this being claims to have traveled thousands of light years to get here.
Thousands.
Which already, right off the bat, raises all these questions about,
Yeah.
like, how is that even possible?
Right. What kind of technology are we talking about here?
And, then they go on to suggest.
That they're actually connected to humanity's future evolution.
What do you mean?
Well, they claim that they evolved from us.
Whoa. So they're like us, but from the future.
Yeah, and they even talk about time travel.
Time travel, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that really throws a wrench into our understanding of linear time.
Totally.
Like, what does that even mean?
Right.
Like, if time isn't just a straight line.
Well, and that's what's so fascinating, right?
Totally.
Because it kind of forces us to think about all these different theories about time.
Like what?
Well, like some physicists believe that time is more like a dimension that we can navigate,
Okay, I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Think about things like wormholes or,
Oh, right.
you know how Einstein's theory of relativity shows how time can be warped by gravity?
I mean, that's pretty mind-blowing. Yeah.
And so then suddenly the idea of this being coming from our future,
Traveling these massive distances across space and time.
it's not so crazy anymore.
Yeah, you start to think, well, maybe it's not impossible.
Exactly.
And then it gets even weirder.
Okay, weirder how?
This being inside starts talking about the universe as a construct.
As a construct, like what, built by someone?
Like, almost like a simulation designed specifically for humans.
Whoa, okay, hold on. So are we talking like a Truman Show situation here?
It's kind of like that, yeah.
And, like, who built it? They say anything about that?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting because this whole thing, it brings up this question of predetermined universe versus free will, right?
Oh, right.
Because if this universe was created for us...
Does that take away our agency?
Mm-hmm.
Are we all just puppets?
Right. Or are we just playing out a script that's already been written?
Yeah, that's a heavy thought.
It is.
And the interview touches on the idea of a creator, like a god, but it doesn't give us any easy answers, unfortunately.
Yeah, they figured...
It just leaves us with more questions.
It wouldn't be a good deep dive without more questions, right?
It's true.
But these are really profound questions that humanity has been wrestling with.
For centuries.
Right, the big ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it gets even more mind-blowing.
Okay, lay it on me.
They start talking about death.
Okay.
And they say death isn't real.
May what?
Yeah, they claim that death is an illusion.
An illusion.
And that we all experience each other's lives.
Whoa, okay, so like reincarnation.
Not exactly.
It's more like all of our consciousnesses are interconnected.
Interconnected.
And that we're all kind of experiencing everything together.
Okay, so like I'm experiencing your life right now.
In a way, yeah.
It's a lot to wrap your head around, I know.
Yeah, that's a big one.
But this idea of interconnected consciousness, it's not a new idea.
No, you're right.
Like you think about ancient Eastern philosophies.
Or even Carl Jung's idea of the collective unconscious. And, some quantum physicists are exploring the idea.
That consciousness might actually be fundamental to the universe itself.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not just a product of our brains.
So, I mean, if that's true,
yeah,
that has huge implications for...
everything.
Everything, yeah.
Okay, so then here comes the part that really freaked me out.
Okay, what is it?
The being says that humanity will destroy itself through nuclear war.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that fear of self-destruction...
Been with us since the atomic age, right?
Yeah, the Cold War, all that.
Yeah, and even today.
With all the global tensions rising.
Right.
The threat is still there.
Absolutely.
But what if this being has seen it happen? Like, what if they're from a future where we actually did destroy ourselves?
And they're coming back to warn us.
Exactly.
That's heavy.
I know. It gives me chills just thinking about it.
It makes you think about those cyclical patterns in history,
Oh, yeah.
Like, do we ever really learn from our mistakes?
That's the question, isn't it?
Or are we just doomed to repeat them?
It often feels that way.
And, then the being talks about morality.
Morality, okay.
And they say that it's all about understanding the experiences of others.
Understanding.
Yeah, like empathy.
Huh.
And that really ties into this whole idea of interconnected consciousness, right?
I see what you mean, yeah.
Because if we're all part of this
vast web of experience,
then harming someone else
is ultimately harming ourselves.
Right, because we're all connected.
Exactly.
It's like this totally different way of thinking about morality.
Yeah, it's not about following rules.
Right.
It's about,
really understanding what other people are going through.
Yes, it's about putting yourself in their shoes.
So, we started with this grainy YouTube video.
And we've gone pretty deep.
And we're now questioning the nature of time.
Reality. What it means to be human.
Yeah, what does it even mean to be human?
Right.
This interview, whether it's real or not.
It presents this picture of a universe where our choices echo across time.
Where our lives are interconnected.
And where our actions have these consequences that we can't even imagine.
That's a lot to process.
It is. It really is.
But maybe that's the point.
You think so?
Yeah, maybe it's not about finding all the answers.
Maybe it's about asking the right questions.
Questions that make us really think.
Yeah, questions that push us to look deeper.
To challenge our assumptions.
And to maybe re-examine how we live our lives.
And how we treat each other.
Because if we really are all connected,
then every act of kindness,
every little thing we do,
it matters.
It has an impact.
It has a ripple effect.
On the whole universe, maybe.
Yeah, so think about that.
What impact do you want to have?
What kind of ripples do you want to send out?
Yes, something to think about.
That's it for this deep dive.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.